Hey BizNanners! In Unit 3, Area of Study 1, we look at the interests of stakeholders for large-scale organisations. Stakeholders refer to individuals or groups that have a vested interest in the activities of an organisation. Types of stakeholders include customers, employees, managers, community or society, neighbours, competitors, suppliers, and shareholders. From the list, you can see that LSOs have many stakeholders, each seeking to protect and improve their own interests, which are often in conflict with those of other stakeholders. For example, here are a few of the vested interests of stakeholders. Customers want quality products at a low, reasonable price. Shareholders seek high returns or dividends on their investment. Employees and unions require safe working conditions, reasonable wages, and profits returned to them through increased pay rises. Managers wish to make a profit, expand the organisation's market share, and promote the organisation with a positive reputation. Finally, competitors desire the organisation to hold less market power and be unsuccessful financially in comparison to its own performance. On the exam, for 3 marks, you might be asked something like, identify 3 different stakeholders and describe the interests each of these groups has in the organisation and how these interests could possibly conflict with each other. For this question, there are a couple of things that need noting. First of all, the question asks you for 3 different stakeholders. So obviously, identifying 3 stakeholders is essential to get full marks. Secondly, you're asked to describe the interests each of these groups has in the organisation, which requires a brief definition of each. Finally, as you are asked to describe how these interests could possibly conflict with each other, you need to highlight that the stakeholders used don't desire the same thing. An example response could be, stakeholders refer to an individual or group who has a vested interest in the activities of an organisation. Different types of stakeholders, such as customers, managers, and shareholders, have competing and contradicting interests. For example, a customer seeks a high-quality product and/or service at the lowest possible price so they receive the best value for their money. This is in contrast to the manager of the organisation, who wishes to charge the highest possible price for their goods and/or services, so greater profit is generated so that this can be put back into improving or expanding the organisation. Meanwhile, a shareholder's interest is that the organisation is successful in generating a profit, so this can be repaid to them as dividends for their investment in the organisation's stocks. Finally, in questions that ask to explain conflicts between shareholders, it is important to choose examples with different priorities. For instance, managers, who want to maximise the company's profit, and consumers, who want the highest quality goods for the cheapest price, have a clear conflict. Unions and employers, on the other hand, would be harder to contrast, as their goals are very similar. It is also important to use words or phrases such as in contrast to, meanwhile, however, or unlike, to clearly demonstrate the differences between the points of discussion. Thanks for watching and happy studying! Click here to go to the Engage Wiki, and click here to go to the next video. He didn't have the guts. Do you?